Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I am on my way to Caracol. That's the word I was trying to say the other day and I was getting it all wrong. Caracol ruins. There's a set of, I guess it's the largest Mayan site in Belize. It's like 25,000 acres or something like that, and has the largest man-made structure in Belize as well. So I'm trying to get there. My concern is these clouds. They're moving pretty quick. I was hoping they were moving towards the coast, but they are not. They're moving towards me. I got rained on a couple times on my way headed up here. Probably an hour away from where I'm staying, and it rained on me enough that I had to use wipers. So, you know, if I was familiar with weather patterns, maybe it wouldn't be a problem, and maybe it's not. But it's a concern, right? Because if I get onto the bad dirt roads and it rains hard enough, my little two-wheel drive rental car isn't going to work. All right, well, we have made it successfully to Caracol, and I've transitioned from the vehicle to the Shoestring Express. And believe it or not, the path that you walk on is in better shape than the road. I almost felt robbed getting up here and them charging me money to drive up that road. That was terrible. And I kept looking at the GPS and it was like, oh, 20 miles, 1 hour, 10 minutes. And I was like, really? An hour and 10 minutes to drive 20 miles? Yeah, no, that's about what it took me. So over here is a little bit of a ruined site. I don't know if you can see it through the trees. We'll go see that later. I think there's something underneath those mounds right there as well. But it is raining. And I'm kind of wanting to just scamper through the park real quick and go find the big pyramids first. And then we'll catch some of this stuff on the way back, depending on how much rain falls. Because that road's not going to be great. And basically, this site is, I don't want to say controlled by the Belize military, but almost. So I did have to stop at a security checkpoint to get in, and they kind of kick everybody out of the park at like 2, because it takes a lot longer to get here and back out than I had anticipated. So they start coming through and saying, "Nip, hey everybody, vamos." So you can drive for, so it took me, I think, almost 2 hours to get to the security checkpoint, and another hour and 10 minutes after I passed it, after I signed into the park. So you could probably start to tell here on the right hand side that we are approaching one of the bigger pyramids. As we come around this corner, you'll see the other one. It's 146 feet tall. It's the largest man-made structure in Belize. And they did the acoustics in such a way that the priests could stand up on top, talk in a normal voice, and everybody gathered down here below would hear what they were saying. Or so the rumor has it. These steps are humongous. I don't know if I'm going to make it to the top. Oh, I'm making it to the top. I don't care. It's going to be a trek, though. Here in a second, I'll turn around and show you the rest of it. All right, we have made it to the first level. I'm not real sure, what all this was. I will tell you, currently it is slippery. there seem to be quite a few of these alcoves. So don't know the reasoning behind it. Obviously was important for some reason. Those boxes there could have been other buildings. I'm not real sure. I don't know a whole lot about Mayan sites. I should study them more. They are incredibly cool. You can't hear it, but there's howler monkeys out there in the jungle screaming. They're pretty faint. I can barely hear them, so I'm sure you guys can't at all. So, I imagine that's a replica of what we just walked through. I'm not sure when these were built. Don't know if anybody knows for sure when they were built. I'm sure archaeologists have some inclination. But I'll tell you what I'll do. When I get back to some Wi-Fi and some cell service, I will Google it. Unless I find it on a sign down at the front. I didn't look really at the signs down there because I was in a hurry to beat the rain up here. But I will look it up for you. And I will post it in a text on top of this. Oh look, there's stairs right here. No need to climb the face. You can walk up the side. Whatever. I wonder if that was part of the original design or if that was added later when the park came in. You know, because you watch all the Disney movies, and that was part of like the ascension thing, was to be able to climb up this. Not that Disney is any sort of reference whatsoever, but it just kind of seemed legitimate, right? Like that should be the, if you're going to climb the pyramid, climb the pyramid. I'm still catching my breath. I'm sorry, guys. I'm still sore from that last hike I did yesterday. So we're going to walk all the way across the other side. And again, it's probably a replica of what we already saw, but never know. Yeah, see, it's already different. These doors are big enough to walk through. I almost wonder if these were some sort of, I don't want to say fire pit, but maybe. Like if they were burning something there. It seems like there's always fire related to things like this, isn't there? Oh yeah. See, it was probably exactly that, because you would lay firewood here, build a fire there and a fire there. I'm convinced. I also found another set of stairs, so I'm not walking up the front of this pyramid. I'm gonna cheat. And the jungle probably wasn't this close. I mean, obviously before the pyramids were built, it probably was, but they probably cleared this whole thing out, like this field up front, when they built the pyramid here. There's a set of stairs there that goes to something. Probably another part of the community was over there. So like I was saying before, this park is on 25,000 acres, although the site itself is a lot smaller than that. So most of that 25,000 acres was just probably a barrier. There's a lot of logging operations going on up here. I passed quite a few logging trucks, And I guess they're logging mahogany. I'm gonna stop for a second and show you this. What I'm walking on is cement, like modern day. You know, again, probably put here to help keep this from happening. That's tight. So I'm sure part of the 25,000 acres makes it more of a nature preserve kind of thing. And here's these stairs that actually go up right here instead of the front of the pyramid, but these almost look as steep, but with less tread. Yeah, definitely steep. Alright, landing number 2. Well, there's a lot of rain coming down. These rocks are going to start getting slippery. So you can kind of see into those chambers there a little bit better where I was just at. Here's the stairs that go up the front. Take you right up to the top. I'm going to keep climbing these because I've got to climb over a small wall to get on those. And these ones have more landings in them. I wonder if, you know, guidon bearers, band members, possibly other priests, I don't know. Like I said, I don't really know a whole lot about the cultures and practices, but it's really cool being here. I think I can say with certainty this is my first Mayan site I've ever been to. Well, aside from the little ones that we hiked to the other day when we fell off the waterfall. Boy, this is slippery right here. I don't feel safe being here. This is not a very far drop. Yeah, that's slippery. Alright, so we've run into a small problem. I'm at the top of my staircase. And I kind of need to be over there. So, I'm going to walk along this ledge here. If I can get down. Keep an eye on the time. I think we only have about 45 more minutes here. Alright. Oh, there's much more. This is where we came in. Oh look, here's a little carving here. I'm not sure what that used to be. Looks like maybe a monkey. The ear, eyes, nose, another ear over here. That would have been his hands, possibly. Yeah, and the same thing over here. Different design. Same basic shape. I'm not real sure what this was. Maybe a cat of some sort. Probably a jaguar. So, Safe to assume the steps broke off. Can't climb all the way up there. That one looks like it's in better shape. Let's walk up it. Something was here at one point. Most of it's broken away. Looks like actually somewhat recently. That bottom portion there. This one's definitely bigger than that one. It's interesting that they're not symmetrical. You can see forever. And if these clouds weren't here, that would be fantastic. That looks great with the clouds. All this happened because I was talking about it hadn't been rained on yet. There's a toucan right there in that tree. You can't see it, he's flying right now. Two of them, three of them. That's pretty cool. Those toucans in the zoo are pretty cool, but it's cool seeing them in the wild. Alright. Time to do magic. Yeah, just like that, teleported off the pyramid. Oh my. I want to go in. This is definitely a fire pit. A chimney. Let's look inside. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. All the smoke would have come out. But we are 100% going in this. Well, that was anticlimactic. Not even any bats in here. Just spiders. Itch. That one looks like it's the same. Yeah, just only that big. This one, I've seen a bunch of these that have these holes here. And I don't know what they're for. I know that's my answer to a lot of things. You know, maybe they were chunks of wood like this. I'm sitting here in the back of my mind just going, man, the more it rains, the worse that road's going to be. The longer it's going to take to get out. Greater the risk of getting stuck. And the adult in me is telling me to leave. But yeah, he's not winning this fight. I don't know how I feel about the lack of signage. You know, obviously if this were in the States, we'd have everything roped off, no tourist access to anything. We would just have pictures of what it maybe looked like at one point. Signs telling what they did here. and we would avoid lawsuits and stupid people falling off pyramids. So it's really cool that I can come up here and do this, but I am curious of things like this, right? Like, you know, the Incans didn't leave that nail there, or the Mayans rather. So did they leave a door here that got sealed up? And if so, where did it go? What was behind it? You know, we have these holes here again, like I've seen on a couple of these. And, you know, were they just sticks that were stuck in there? Is that what they were for? I don't know. I mean, we're here, we may as well climb it, right? Just judge how slippery the steps are for our way back down. We don't want to take the express route. It's covered in cement. Now it's covered in cement. Now, another YouTuber that I follow, she was just down here about 2 months ago, and she was talking about some of these ruins here and about how some of this cement was actually made by the Mayans, and that they had a cement mixture that we still haven't figured out today. This rain is getting really... I am soaked. This is bad. I should probably leave. But I made it to the top of the highest man-made structure in Belize, so achievement unlocked. We're gonna run through this quicker. This is, we were just up there looking down on this. There's, you know, you can only get so wet, right? So we're already there. Let's just finish the tour. Excuse me. They told me at the checkpoint that if I don't sign out after a certain amount of time, they're going to send people looking for me. I can see how people would get lost back here. There's a lot of roads. Ooh, hello. This goes around the back of the pyramid. I don't know if you guys can hear all the monkeys. The good news is the rain let up. Instead of falling at 8 inches an hour, it is now falling at 6.5 inches an hour. The monkeys are going crazy. They're all like in that far side of the jungle though. There's none over here for some reason. Maybe because I'm over here. I'm gonna file a complaint for the staircase not being built to code. So aside from the, like I showed you that door and some cement poured over there, and possibly this cement too, it doesn't look like there's been too much of a modern rebuild or restoration effort, which is kind of cool because it leaves this as like the original building. I do kind of still want to crawl through one of these little holes. I'll at least stick the camera in. This one's probably the same, but we're here. Now, and I should probably have the GoPro in a waterproof case, but you won't be able to hear me if I had it in a waterproof case, so I think they're naturally somewhat water resistant. And we are absolutely taking these stairs instead of going down the face of this thing. Although I don't know if this railing's worth what it looks like. I climbed up the front of it. That's all that counts, right? And take the staircase on the way back down. Boy, these rocks are so slippery. Fall on this and break your neck. I do wonder about the origin story behind this path, though. If this was original or added later. It was 1:34. If we want to catch the 2 o'clock train, we gotta keep up the work. The rain has gone back to 8 inches an hour, and the monkeys are still making a lot of noise. Oh, funky looking tree. Don't want to look up, I might drown. These kind of look like stumps, but they're not. They're some of that old Mayan cement again with carvings in them. I hear the monkeys, but I don't see any. Oh man, there's more pyramids back there. Well, again, we're not going to get any wetter, so screw it. This one definitely has either a temple or a fort appearance to it. Those windows look too small to throw spears through. Maybe big enough to shoot arrows through. Definitely the right size for firearms. Don't think the Mayans were using too many of those though. It didn't appear to have a set of steps going right up the front like the other ones did. There's a set here, but I don't know. Ah, here we go. Nope, that's like a ramp. Let's see if we can climb it. Worst case, we break a wrist, right? Yeah. Now this is slippery. This is definitely slippery. Alright, moving on. Boy, this wall's slippery. There's another pyramid there. It's definitely been losing the battle with nature. So is that one. This one's not too bad. Might have to climb it next. But I did find stairs. So, voyage. When I was crossing this meadow here, I saw 2 soldiers walking by. This is technically a national park, but like I said before, it seems like it's kind of administered by the Belize Defense Force. All the soldiers patrolling it are armed. But having spent some time in the US military and knowing we had to go everywhere with guns when we were on a post like this, it's not really that surprising. See, you could definitely fight from here. Oh, there's a group of tourists I saw earlier on the big pyramid. So I don't think you could fight from these windows. With a rifle, yes, but not with ancient weapons. Same thing here, but you could fight here. Yeah, so again, I wonder if this was a military building or if it was indeed a temple of some sort of religious building. So there's one of the signs I was asking about. Not very descriptive. There's another one up there, but I can't see it. There's a map at the beginning. I'll stop and grab a shot of it. And it kind of shows this complex. Yeah, we're here. Let's just go over the top. I do want to run over and check out that one real quick. Run up to the top, and then we'll start. Since it's A8. Obviously, not going to climb that one. There are more structures here. Again, some are buried like that. There's a path that goes through there towards others. And again, I'll show you the map on our way back out. If it wasn't so tropical right now, I would absolutely make the effort. But as it is, I'm very concerned about not being able to get out of here. And it's almost 2 o'clock, so my original plan was to get here sooner than this, but I'm on vacation, so yes, it just didn't happen. I do appreciate the effort they've put into kind of keeping this mown, maintaining some trails and paths back here. There's a set of stairs that goes up the side of that one, but where those trees are, it ends. So I imagine if you're motivated, you could get up there. So I think that's a bird. Couldn't tell you on this one. Maybe a pig right here in the middle. Mayan art is always just so abstract. If it were new, you could probably tell what it was. Oh, but this was really cool. It looks like some more up there. You got me. No clue. I'm gonna go with a monkey on this one. Right along that edge, there's a, hang on, water's dropping the lens. There's a set of stairs that's coming down, but they end right here at these trees, and it's all just kind of sloughed off. So, again, if you were motivated and it was dry, absolutely possible, but I'm not going to take the chance. Plus, I think I only have about 10 more minutes, so we are going to trudge back. And it's now raining about 12 inches an hour. Alright, so we've successfully swum out of the forest. So here's the map. So we're here. This was that park I showed you at the very beginning that we didn't walk through because it was raining. We came in here, we saw all these pyramids here. This was the real big one. We climbed across the little one over here. We walked over here to Plaza A and we saw these. This one, there's a stand of trees here, so you couldn't see from where we were, and I didn't go this far back because of all those. So really just saw this portion here and this portion here, and missed these two and that one on the way back out. This monument museum is over there, and since it's dry, I'm gonna go there next. Alright, so we're in the monument museum, and I'm gonna yell because it is a tin roof, and as you can hear, it's pouring down rain. So it looks like these are possibly cast and then recast of some of the carvings and stuff that are out there on the pyramids, or were at one point. Not sure what this is. This has some carving on it here. I highly doubt these are the originals, but it is possible. I think it's likely that they took some originals that they found and they made casts of them as a negative and then recast these. And that one's essentially blank. You can kind of make out some stuff on this one. Not really though. They do a lot of rainwater collection here. And I suppose if it rains this much, why not, right? By here, I mean the country of Belize, not just this one site. The cabin I'm staying in, I'm pretty sure is entirely rainwater. There's a 250-gallon barrel outside. And I don't see any evidence of a well, so I think I'm completely on rainwater. This is a Mayan calendar. In terrible shape. But this is the Mayan calendar. Huh. Now, it's my understanding that nobody knows what caused the collapse of the Mayans. They were obviously a pretty advanced society, especially for their time. I have personal rumors, or theories rather. And I believe that it had a lot to do with their religious practices. But others, of course, have different speculations. The quote-unquote professionals. Sorry, I'm not spending a whole lot of time on these. There's some detail you can see, but a lot of it's just kind of not there, so. Part of me wants to be in front of this tour van so that if I do get in trouble, they run into me. Looks like they're loading up to head out. Here's how full the parking lot is. So I'm pretty much the last one here. That tour van has like 8 people with it. And then those 2 motorcycles, there's 2 other people that were back in the far back side of the park when I left. And I believe they're riding those 2 motorcycles. And then up the road just a tiny, tiny bit, you can see that building over there, maybe? Sort of through the trees. That's the, I don't know if it's barracks or what, but that's where the military is staying, so. It looks like there's probably 5 or 6 motorcycles over there. So I am going to dig out a towel and sit on it and start finding my way back. Alright. Forgive my indecent exposure, but I want to show you how wet I am. Yeah, it's raining. Alright, well, after a little over 2 hours it took to get out, back on paved roads again, headed back into town, headed towards Belmopan. So I was about a half hour out of the park and it pretty much stopped raining, and I was trying to decide if it had stopped raining or if I just drove out from under the storm. And I was looking behind me going, you know, is it a storm there? Did it stop? I don't know. It started raining on me about another 10 minutes later. It rained pretty hard again. And then when I stopped at the guard shack to sign out, it was raining as well. So I think maybe it just let up enough and made me want to turn around and go back. But I think in the end it's probably good that I didn't. So that was worth the journey. It was worth the journey. I found a Forest Service worker walking back on my way out of the park, and so I stopped and picked him up and was talking to him about it. And he was saying that the local people, that even people who live in San Ignacio, which is much closer, well, maybe about the same distance actually as Belmopan is, he said even they, if it's later than about 11 when they're going to get to the actual pyramids, they won't even make the trip. So they said, like, usually if you get to that gate at noon where I signed in at the security checkpoint, he said they won't even let you pass. So I signed in at like 11:58. So yes, I'm really glad that I was able to make it in, and I was able to get some video and show you guys the pyramids and see the pyramids myself. So thanks again for joining me on this trip. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share with your friends, show them what Belize looks like, and we'll see you next time.